Welcome everyone to January 2020 Mental Health Board. First item is call to order quorum. We're good with 5. Approval of the minutes from December 12th, 2019. Any? Okay, do I have a second? Okay, all those in favour? Aye. Okay, minutes approved. Next item is the review of applications. We have 2 applications that we're hearing tonight, and it'll just be standard format. We'll have a 5-10 minute presentation and then a room at the end for questions and answers. So, first is Infant Welfare Society.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tiffany Culpepper, and I'm the site director for Teen Baby Nursery, which is a center under the Infant Welfare Society of Evanston. Our main location is located at 2200 Main Avenue. Our phone number is 847-491-9650, and our web address is www.iwse.org. I am here today on behalf of Teen Baby Nursery to speak about the importance of the funds that we receive from the Mental Health Board and how our program, which is located in the 5th Ward of Evanston, serves the most vulnerable age group, which is that of teen parents and young adults, ages 14 to 23, and then their young children, ages 0 to 3 years old. The fundings that we receive through the Mental Health Board helps us to fund a family advocate who works closely with the parents as far as setting goals with them, helping them complete job applications, school applications, and just to help guide and support their journey as being a young parent in the area. The funds also help support a infant mental health consultant, and with that, she works weekly with the parents and the students. We have a lot of students who need a lot of support and guidance with regulation, because at a very young age, as you may be aware, that their social emotional development is just becoming, and so the mental health consultant helps with that. Our program has 2 classrooms, 1 infant classroom and 1 toddler classroom, with 3 teachers in each classroom. The funds that we also receive helps us to host monthly parent groups and workshops. And the topics range from supporting the families and walking alongside them, postpartum depression. Many of our mothers have experienced that, and so we guide and support them through that process, but also helping them understand the next step after they finish high school, to make goals to go to college or a job training program if going to a higher education institution will not help them or doesn't work with their set of skills. So we really do appreciate the fact that our application was reconsidered, so I would like to say thank you once again for that. But part of our mission states that we want to support families' efforts to be effective parents and advocates for their children's learning and development. And so the funds that we receive help us to support those parents in that journey, but it also helps our little ones, okay? Because when we can place any support or aid to them, then it helps them grow and learn. We want to thank you guys so much for being supportive over the many years for Teen Baby Nursery. We are very close to the city of Evanston, in walking distance, and so we just want to continue to provide the high quality care to the children and the parents in our centers. Any questions?
Any questions? Thank you. Appreciate it. Next, we have Learning Bridge.
Hello, my name is Lindsay Percival. I'm the Executive Director of Learning Bridge Early Education Center. We are housed in a home on Asbury, 1840 Asbury Avenue, and our website address is www.learningbridge.org. We are grateful for your strong support for the emotional wellness of our young families and their children. In the current year, Learning Bridge staff in all of our 5 classrooms are seeing parents and children whose behaviour indicates underlying and ongoing trauma and instability. We recognise these behaviours as resulting from ongoing trauma and challenges and have seen them turn around with strong support from our professional staff. We have designed the mental health support for children and families to surround our families with supports that they need for security and wellness. Our parents do not have the time to take off work or resources like health insurance that covers mental health visits. So we are bringing these resources in-house to take stress off parents and where they are more personal and effective. Key piece to this initiative is our social supports group that have identified children who will meet once or twice a week for 6 weeks to support self-regulation and social skills. There will be several groups throughout the year. The group starts with a social worker meeting with the parents individually to create goals, and then the social worker will stay in touch with the parents as the child participates in the group. We all know that not all of a child's skills develop at the same time. Just as they need the added supportive glasses as their eyes develop, young children may need help as they perfect their social skills, entering play, getting along in a group, cooperative play, and the hardest of all, waiting their turn. The benefits of these groups will be far-reaching, as the social worker will be in the classroom supporting the teachers and the other children. They will be communicating with parents and conferring with our administration. For several years, the Mental Health Board has funded 2 programs at Learning Bridge, our Infant Toddler program and our Centre's Scholarship program. In 2019, these 2 programs were awarded just over $25,000. We chose to ask you for half of that total amount received last year, or $12,000. This amount is in line with the other grants and gifts received for the current $83,000 program. This was a conscious decision on our part. We recognize that it is a large reduction from our past year's requests. It is my great hope that you will fund us for the entire amount of our request. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to answering questions that you have.
Thanks, Lindsay. Any questions? Okay, no? Thank you. It's a nice, easy night for everyone. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Do we have any public comment?
Yes.
Hi.
My name is, excuse me. My name is Dale Andrews Deshaun Davis. I am a native of Evanston, Illinois. Likely my bloodline goes deeper than and further back than the founding of this city, nation as well. Mental, we have the word mente, which means the mind, all, following, universal, one word, universe. Basically what I'm getting at is that I'm very in tune with all. I have been, as such, diagnosed with mental health issues, though I see this as a gift in our current society, as it's extremely competitive, not only with each other, extremely competitive with the nature, with the universal laws, God itself, yada, 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 so on and so forth. I could speak for 666 continuous hours and not repeat myself even once, and even if I did repeat myself once or twice or the entire time, I would still say something completely new. What I am getting at essentially is that I am only here to represent myself as best I can. I had not intended to speak, so I've already said a great deal of great importance and value as I see as a prophet that I am. And other than that, thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate you coming out. Normally it's just agencies that come, so having people from the public is really good.
Again, as a prophet, I am my own agent.
Well, thank you.
And everything in America is a business, and I shall always profit. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, chair report. 3 things. The first thing is that we have to appoint a working group. So the working group will be 2 of us that will meet and go over the Zoom grants scores and come up with recommended amount. And then the recommended amount is tabulated by Jessica into a form, and then at the next meeting we all review the recommendations. And we generally go through each recommendation line item by line item per agency, and there's like room for discussion about any of the amounts. But yeah, it's just like the easiest way to kind of culminate all the scores, and it works within, what am I trying to think of? Works within our Open Meetings Act by having the two people. So, do I have any volunteers? The pay is very minimal, as in nothing. It's probably literally like 2 hours. We have one person who's like highly skilled at it, that's done it before. It's not me. There's someone who's like super good at it. Any volunteers?
Not be my strength.
It's not my strength. Any volunteers this way?
Do you have any volunteers so far from people that aren't here today?
No.
So my only hesitation is on Monday I'm starting my last semester in school, so I just don't know what that's going to look like.
I would be more than happy to do it if I did it with someone who's already done it before.
And when does it have to be done by?
It would have to be in by January 27th, and then Jessica would format it all, and no, it has to, we would receive it by February the 3rd, right?
Assuming all student grant scores were in
By January 27th. So if the scores are all in by January 27th, which they will be, because we're very efficient, Jessica will tabulate it, format it, and the working committee will get them by February 3rd, and they will be presented at the February meeting, which is February the 13th. So it would give 10-day turnaround. And some of the work can be done by email, and then preferably like face-to-face for an hour or so.
Okay.
Would you like to do
I would
it,
volunteer
Irene?
to do that.
Oh, thank you.
You're my partner.
Yes, on the driving I was like, I wonder who's going to do it. If Irene does it, I'll do it. Irene has a very good like format. She's done it for 2 years, and it's like, it's really straightforward. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, that's the tricky one taken care of. The next thing, and maybe I should have done it in the other order, but do you all think that it's doable to have the scores in by January 27th? So today is the 9th, the 27th is, I don't know what that month is, a couple of weeks away. Yeah?
Jessica, you mentioned that January 13th is your ideal date before, is that still?
No, January 13th, so Monday, January 13th, we have a review of the Zoom grant scoring features for anyone who's interested. And that'll be Monday the 13th at 7 p.m. in room 1611, which is on the first floor. So after that, if the scores could be in by Monday the 27th, so I think that's 2 weeks. That would be perfect.
That's cool. And just as a heads up, the January 13th, oh, did we hit the, oh we did, okay, good. Just because Sandy's going to watch it. The January 13th training is like just optional. It's if you want to just pop in and get a refresher on Zoom grants. So it's like, it's really helpful. And then the scores would be 2 weeks after that. So it's a really nice window of time. Yeah.
And if that January meeting time doesn't work for people, I'm happy to schedule one-on-one, or people can come in and see, whatever works for schedules.
Thank you, Jessica. It's really helpful. Yeah, so January 27th, and then that would give Irene and I the scores by February 3rd. So we're good with that. Okay. And the final chair report is, do you think we should do that when we've got 5 people? About the contact list? Yeah? Okay. In the past, we have a private contact list that is just all the mental health board members. And all it is like name, phone number, address, and it's only circulated among the board. And it's helpful for things like when we have subcommittees, or I need to get in contact with someone about something, or you need to call me. So basically, we just want to vote on whether we're giving permission for our details to be recorded like that and disseminated amongst the board. It's not outside the board. And then if anyone isn't comfortable, that's totally fine. You just don't have to have your things on there. So should we vote on that? Yeah? All those in favour? Aye. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, so we need a motion in a second.
Oh, motion to make the list, to share our contact information
Email.
via email amongst the board. We used to do it, but now there's, to be more compliant, we need to vote on it. Yeah.
I second.
Okay. All those in favour? Aye. Aye. Okay. And Jessica, my understanding is if any of the four that are absent, are you able to reach out to the four of them? And I know that's extra work for you, but yeah. And if there's any objection, they can just be taken on. Okay. Thank you. Staff report?
Yep, my staff report was the Zoom grant score, the Zoom grants review.
So we're good? All right, this may be our shortest ever mental health board meeting. We are adjourning at 7. Oh, a motion to adjourn at 7:25.
Motion.
Okay. Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.